Hello everyone and welcome to the Cock Council. How are we all? Hopefully all of you are on a fantastic day wherever you are around the world. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about could Rhian Brewster be on his way to Sheffield United? Some big news, for what is realistically, the talking point of Liverpool's transfer, so far. I know that many people are confused of what's happening. For us content creators, it's very confusing what's happening and things like this, but I'm hopefully going to dissect a few things for you guys this evening as well. But if you could do me the massive favor, please give this video a like. It's massively appreciated if you could do so. Also as well, if you're new to the Cop Council, then please smash that subscribe button. Hopefully we can get to whatever we're nearing. I think it's 400 now. Yes, it is 400. My mind went completely blank then, so I do apologize. But yeah, if you could also, if you're new, then please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to enable notifications, because YouTube do not like notifications. So please hit that subscribe button. But tonight we're going to be talking about transfers. We're going to be talking about Rhian Brewster. We're going to be talking a bit about Tiago Alcantara. We're going to be talking a little bit of bits and pieces, but also probably be mentioning Gareth Bale as well, a fellow Welshman of mine. So, guys, please, stay tuned for tonight's show. But let me say hi to a few of you guys as well. Magic is in. How are you, Magic? Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, mate. Saying Connor lad, how are you doing, mate? I'm doing fantastic, mate. Like I said, hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Liz is in as well. How are you, Liz? Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Apologies as well, I haven't used the new intro. If you guys haven't seen it, then it was the last video that I uploaded on this channel. We do have a brand new intro for the channel. I'm hopefully gonna get the upgrade to StreamYards in the next day or two, or it might be straight after this stream. I'm gonna try and work out a few things as well that I can use on here. So I am gonna be doing that for sure for the start of this season as well. Kristen as well, how are you, mate? Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Hi lad, hope you're well. I'm fantastic, mate. Hopefully you're well as well. Magic says, I don't think we should sell him. I think we should loan him out. We will get on to Brewster really soon. Chris says we should only loan him out, not sell him. Liz says like, share and subscribe, folks. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Liz, as always. And Chris says, of course we are going to talk about Tiago. Of course we're going to be talking about Tiago Alcantara. It's one it's one of these things that is just a common thing. We're just going to constantly talk about Tiago until he finally joins Liverpool Football Club. And I read this on Twitter, and I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions as well. Is the Tiago transfer more frustrating than the Fekir transfer? Now, I had a debate with someone about this, and I think we both come to the conclusion that Fekir was a lot more frustrating in that aspect of things. Is that the same with everyone else? Is it just me that thinks that Tiago, Tiago's a bit less serious than it was Fekir, because I think Fekir, of course, was a young prospect back then, and we all thought, oh, we need attacking midfielder, or we got our attacking midfielder. So but for me, I think Fekir was a lot more frustrating, in my personal opinion. I don't know whether or not it's because now I'm doing things like this, talking to you guys, researching things constantly and things like this, and I'm more stressed about it, then, if that makes sense, but not stressed in that type of situation. So it's one of these things. But I do want to know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Chris says, yeah, Fekir more frustrating as he was very close to signing. Yes, he was. Liz says Fekir was more frustrating, but they were right. Yeah. Let's not forget this. Fekir had a Liverpool shirt on, and Fekir did Liverpool interviews as well, and that never happened. But thankfully, that didn't happen, because him and his brother wanted more money. They wanted to practically, because Liverpool set up a new deal with Lyon, they wanted more money because Liverpool were going to pay Lyon less money, realistically. So what does that tell for Fekir's character? I don't know. So we'll have to find out about that. Of course, currently at Real Betis. So he might do a Premier League move. Who knows? Liz also says, plus we've won a lot of silverware since Fekir. Yes, absolutely, Liz. I do absolutely agree with you on that situation. to be honest with you. But yeah, let me bring you the article then, or bring you like the latest news then of Rhian Brewster. Now, as you can hopefully see on your screens right now, if I zoom it in for you guys, there we go. This is of course the Liverpool Echo saying Reds accept Brewster bid. Now, it also says that Liverpool have reportedly accepted a bid from Sheffield United for striker Rhian Brewster. Fourth official claims that it will be a permanent deal, but there'll be a buyback clause inserted into the contract. And then, of course, there is the tweet then that they did today. Realistically, and it also says by Liverpool are open to selling Brewster if the conditions are right. But if anyone more substantial develops with the story, you will know here first. So that's practically Liverpool's Echo's, reasoning of telling us that they are under the case. To be fair, but yeah, the Rhian Brewster situation. I've said plenty of times on this channel, I do think that he is good enough to stay and fight for his position. I know that there's plenty of people wanting the likes of Divock Origi out. I know there are people that want Gian Shaqiri out, and they want money being brought in to bring in strikers or wingers or whatever can benefit the team in that aspect of things. So realistically, I think also as well, I think that Liverpool are better with Brewster because, of course, developing under Jurgen Klopp is a brilliant thing. We've seen Trent Alexander-Arnold, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, those three in particular, becoming under pressure from Jurgen Klopp. And, for me anyway, I think they've developed perfectly, them three in particular anyway. And I do think that, it's going to be one of these things that I think Brewster is going to need to do to develop at Liverpool. He's going to need to be challenged. He's going to need to be, in the mix in the Premier League. He did absolutely superb for Swansea last season, in the Championship, leaving, in January and things like this. Also think as well, he was a bit unlucky in that aspect of things because he gave up his right for a Premier League medal in that aspect of things. So, to be awfully honest, I think that is like the only negative for him in that aspect of things. But in terms of playing wise, I think it was 11 goals in 22 games for Swansea, which is very, very good in the outside of it, realistically. And I think people, it will be interesting to see what he can do in a Premier League environment. Me personally, I think he could do absolutely superb things in the Premier League. Maybe, I can see a few of you saying loans. Maybe if he did go out on loan to Sheffield, I think I would prefer that personally. I think, getting that Premier League experience, of course, wouldn't be able to play against us then. Of course, with people being out on loan, get a fixture, cross, or, they can't play against their parent club. So that's realistically where I'm coming from. So, it's one of these things that I think he'll split the fan base yet again. Some people might say leave, some people will stay, but I think it's like the majority of people in this chat have said, I think Rhian Brewster, he is definitely going to stay at Liverpool, or you guys want him to stay anyway. Chris says, only positive is we are getting a fee for him. The negative is buyback clause. Yeah, exactly. That is the downfall of it. Chris says, I want him to only be loaned out. Liz also says, well, I'd love to keep him, but Sheffield would be a great place for him to get more game time. Yes, that is true. That is the harsh thing of it, is the fact that we as a club and we as fans, we want new faces in every single year. We want people in at the door straight away and things like that. Rhian Brewster, for me, he feels like a new signing, if that makes sense, in this aspect of things that, like, he went away to Swansea, he did so well, he's coming back now and he's now learning with the likes of Bobby Firmino, Takumi Minamino, Mo Salah, Sadio Mane and things like this, while, sadly not getting any game time. And yes, if he went to Sheffield United, he'd be absolutely superb, in getting game time, because I think he would absolutely take them by storm. Because if you watch the game, against, I think they had Wolves on Sunday, I believe. If I'm wrong with that, I think they did. Sheffield United, and they just didn't look like they didn't look good in attack. I'll be awfully honest with that. And I think that they need that killer instinct of people to realistically, kill the game off for them, in my personal opinion anyway. But it will be interesting. Now, the fee with Brewster as well is rumoured to be around £25 million, which in today's market is probably good. But then it's like what Chris said, we got the buyback clause. Then how much is that going to be? Is it going to be 30 million? Is it going to be 25 million? Well, the other rumor is, I couldn't find it on any website or anything, but I did hear from somewhere that apparently Liverpool would have 3 years to act on that buyback clause. So we would have, so of course, the summer of 2020 now, of course, the summer of 23 would be the limit on that buyback clause. So realistically, Liverpool have a 3-year window in, reckoning whether or not if they won the buyback clause or not. I remember, I can't remember the centre back. Was it Smith, the Australian centre back that we shipped out to Bournemouth a couple of years ago, and we had a buyback clause in there because we didn't know whether or not he was going to be any good, and he just wasn't then. I think he's currently playing at Cardiff, I think, at the minute. So, we were lucky in that aspect of things that we did that buyback clause. If he become, the next Virgil van Dijk, then we could have easily bought him back. But, maybe if Brewster doesn't, develop and doesn't do anything good, then, we cut our losses then realistically and got £25 million out of it. Now, the other thing as well with Brewster as well, of course, it said £25 million. What could that £25 million mean? Now, that is the other question. What does the £25 million for Rhian Brewster mean for Liverpool? Does it mean Tiago Alcantara? Does it mean, does it mean other people? Who knows? That's the interesting thing. And if I can get it on screen for you guys as well. Cool. Where's it gone? This is the problem, see, we're going live and things like this. The thing that you want, it always disappears. Oh, there we go. I have it. There we go. Right, so it's back on the Liverpool Echo as well. But yeah, they've been talking as well about Tiago Alcantara as well. But apparently Bayern Munich have, they're all looking now for a replacement for Tiago Alcantara. Now, it says that Bayern determine Tiago replacement, and then they've got their article then, but they saying that Liverpool are unprepared to pay £30 million. Manchester United have been linked, blah blah blah. Now, the thing that I understand is that Manchester United don't have anything to do with Tiago Alcantara. From what I've been told and what I've been read as well, what I've been told by one of my friends as well that works in media and things like this, he has said that Manchester United are not interested at all in Tiago Alcantara. Apparently their main focus this season now is getting Jadon Sancho in, and now if Gareth Bale goes to Tottenham Hotspurs, which is the latest news in that aspect of things, they will then focus on Inter Milan's Perisic. So, that is what their main interest is. Liverpool, it could be, Tiago Alcantara, it could be Sarr from Watford. We need another centre-back as well, in my personal opinion. So, there's multiple positions that Liverpool need to add and progress on realistically. And guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. For me, anyway, that 25 million would be useful for Tiago just to get him over the line. And I think that's what Liverpool will realistically want. And then you look then at Sarr and other people like that as well, because in my personal opinion, I know that people really want people in, and I know that all the mainstream media is just focused on Liverpool not doing any business in the transfer window, which I think is hilarious. They're so focused on Liverpool not making any transfers and things like this, and saying that they could finish 5th or 6th and other things like this, and I'm just laughing on the inside, because it's just hilarious, the amount of crap that's been circling in the mainstream media anyway. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below while I take a quick drink, because my throat's gone really dry today. Nothing wrong or anything like that, but I tend to have if any of you guys have spoken for a very long time, like spoken, on a stream or thing like that, your throat goes really, really dry sometimes. So I do apologize. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, it's one of these things that I think that it's going to be interesting to see whether or not Liverpool do add back into the squad. Because could you imagine if they didn't and said that we were keeping hold of the money? It could be used for a good thing. But Chris says, I personally don't want another winger from Africa because of the African Cup of Nations. That's distraction, just on my opinion. I know it's only in 2022. Do you really want explain Minamino and Origi when Africa? Oh, right. I know what you mean. Yeah, it's one of these things, isn't it? It's the hard thing, isn't it? Going for another African player, and then whether or not he will go off to the African Cup of Nations in 22, but then we could end up having Mbappe by 22. Who knows? He's linked up to Liverpool over the last couple of days. That rumor's been resurfaced again quite lately as well. So it's not too much away from it, but I can definitely see what you mean by there, Chris, because having Mo, Sadio, Naby, and if we was to sign Sarr as well and have Sarr missing for the rest of the season, well, not the rest of the season, but having him missing from that particular period as well, it's not the best situation, is it, realistically? And I think that is what is not a good thing then in that aspect of things as well. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments anyway. But Chris says, he also says, Tiago adds even more depth to our midfield. Yeah, he does. Yeah, I would agree with that. More depth is better overall. Can play a stronger midfield throughout, competitions and things like this. So, realistically, he adds quality to our side. Excuse me. Chris also says Fabinho, Henderson, Tiago is our best midfield if Tiago signs. Maybe. I got a feeling if Tiago was to sign for Liverpool, then Liverpool would change system and we'd go 4-2-3-1, and we might change between 4-3-3 one week and then 4-2-3-1 the other week. We'll play in, maybe a midfield three of Henderson, Gini, and Keita, and then play a two then of Fabinho and Tiago. Maybe that's a thought or an opinion, realistically. But let me know, guys. Let me know your thoughts anyway. But Chris also says Mbappe is joining Real Madrid, definitely, in my opinion. Not getting carried away with that rumor. I'm not getting carried away, but it's always nice doing the joke of hashtag Mbappe 2021. It's always a very a very fun time in making that joke. And you never say never in football. Do never say never. Did we think that Ronaldo would go to Juventus at that time for 100 million? No. Do we think that Messi? Well, we now know Messi's going to leave Barcelona next year. But like going back a year ago, did we think Messi would leave Barcelona? Probably not, in my personal opinion. So, and also as well, Mbappe's contract runs out in 2022. No, sorry, 23 runs out in 2023. So I think there's a possibility there. Of course, Liverpool apparently are joint favourites, I think, in bookmakers odds between themselves and Real Madrid to sign Mbappe. So who knows? That's the thing. Football, it's a very, very, very unpredictable sport. It just is. That's the thing for it. It is one of these things. But we did mention that there was a transfer that is happening right now, or the story, anyways, being rumored around anyway, and that was concerning Gareth Bale. Now, according to some people, Liverpool want Gareth Bale. Now, I'm sticking on to the Echo, and of course it says Reds keeping an eye on Bale, and according to Graham Bailey, I think that's how you pronounce it. Gareth Bale is open to the idea of returning to the Premier League this summer, with Real Madrid ready to fund a big portion of the wages. Daniel Levy told Jose Mourinho in November when he arrived that he could have him. Man United and even Liverpool are keeping an eye on the situation. Now, the thing I got to say about this is it's never, ever, ever, ever gonna happen. Plain and simple. Mbappe to Liverpool is more realistic than Gareth Bale to Liverpool, in my personal opinion. Gareth Bale won't be coming to Liverpool this summer, in my personal opinion. He looks like he's going to Tottenham. Apparently, it was Manchester United's backup plan if they couldn't get Jadon Sancho, which looks more and more unlikely by the day. So, in my personal opinion, anything can happen between those two clubs. But in terms of Gareth Bale coming to Liverpool, that is completely, and I mean completely, off the table. Gareth Bale won't be coming to Liverpool. Do I think it would be a good signing? No. Sadly, because of Bale's injury record, which is a real shame. But, because when Gareth Bale is fit and healthy, like if you guys have ever watched the Welsh national team, he can carry a team to a win. And if you guys have been watching the Spurs documentary, that's all Jose Mourinho keeps on going on about. We have to win, unpretty games. And that, to be fair, that was Liverpool, a big period of last season as well. In terms of, Liverpool were playing, ugly football, and we still managed to win. And we managed to win the ugly games. So, that's the thing. And I think, Gareth Bale, if he was 100% fit and there was no worries whatsoever of injuries, then potentially he could be, a good signing. But for me, he's just too injury prone. And it's like I can see a few of you guys saying the wages as well. That is a big issue. Apparently, Gareth Bale is on £600,000 a week. That is crazy numbers. Absolutely crazy numbers. But what we got? Chris says, I'll do forfeit if we sign Mbappe. I'll hold you up to that, Chris. If we sign Mbappe, I will hold you to that. Someone screenshot this, send it to me on Twitter. If you can see the bottom of the screen at the Cop Council, go and thing it at me, and then we can actually then, take that then as a memory. And when we do sign Mbappe, Chris, I'll think of a forfeit for you. But until then, you'll be quite safe. But Liz says, well, Messi 2021. Maybe, maybe no. He's most likely going to sign either for Manchester City or he's going to re-sign another contract with Barcelona that's worth even more than what it is already, which is just ridiculous. Chris also says maybe if these circumstances go away, Nike deal will help. With Mbappe deal, don't see it happening personally. It's one of these things, isn't it? Kale's in as well. How are you? Hopefully having a fantastic day. Is Tiago going to Manchester United or Liverpool? My personal opinion, he'll come to Liverpool. Like I just said, I think the United deal is all paper talk. Do not think he is going to be speaking to Manchester United at all. I just think he's either going to stay at Bayern Munich for the rest of his contract, or he will be staying at Liverpool. And I think Bayern Munich would prefer to get a transfer fee for him. So, potentially it could go down to the last week. That's been reported as well. So either way, Liverpool are looking like they're going to get Tiago Alcantara. So my personal opinion, he's coming to Liverpool. In my personal opinion. Liz says, Chris Walsh, I agree. Also, no way in hell are we getting Bale. No, exactly. Chris says, Bale is just injury prone, unfortunately. Yes, very true. Liz says, Bale's wages are too high. Yeah, absolutely. I think that this is the fact of things. I think that, people, I thought Gareth Bale was worth £450,000 a week. That's what I thought he was on. And then Sky Sports said that he was on £600,000 per week. And I thought, Jesus Christ, that's just way too much. But Chris says Tiago is not joining Manchester United, plain and simple. They would have to sell Pogba to sign him, which ain't happening. No, it isn't. But yeah, like I said, they are focused right now on getting Jadon Sancho. That is Manchester United's #1 plan overall. That is the #1 target for Manchester United this season, anyway, from what I've been reading and what I've been looking at anyway. But time would tell realistically as well. Liz says, when was the last time Bale was fit and healthy for a time? Probably 2017, going into 2018, I think. I think he was. I think he had like that, like a good period, didn't he? When Zidane, in that last season Zidane was in, before, of course, leaving and then coming back. So yeah, I think the the 17-18 season, when it was like beginning the end of 2017, going into 18, I think that was his last fit period, I think, anyway. But domestic's in as well. How are you, domestic? Hopefully having a fantastic day, mate. Kent is in as well. How are you, Kent? Hopefully having a fantastic day, mate. The Unbearable's in as well, saying truth. Yes, I speak the truth. But yeah, how are you, Unbearables? Hopefully having a fantastic day, mate. Mose just says, just sign Tiago and I'll be happy. I think a lot of people would be happy as well. Let's say hi to everyone. Bearable said, any truth in Brewster to Sheffield United late to the show. So if I go back on to, let me find the little bit again for you, Unbearables. We spoke about it earlier. There it is. Right. So according to, where is it? Yeah, fourth official. Anyway, as you can see by here. Anyway, it says Reds accept Brewster bid. Liverpool have reportedly, accepted a bid for Sheffield from Sheffield United for Rhian Brewster, and apparently it will involve a buyback clause as well, which we were talking about it, and I think many people are, they don't want Brewster to leave. I don't want Brewster to leave. In my personal opinion, I think, he'd be, fantastic use for this season, in my personal opinion anyway. But, apparently the deal is worth £25 million as well. So we've been talking a little bit, could that, affect, people coming in such as Tiago, such as Sarr? Could Sarr finally be used to bring, could that money be brought to bring Sarr in from Watford? So, it'll be interesting. But, like I said, I don't personally want Brewster to leave. I want him to stay. And the other, excuse me, it's got a bit of oof then. Yeah, in my personal opinion, he is going to be one for the future anyway. And also as well, the deal is between, well, the buyback clause deal anyway would be between, from now, which is the summer of 2020, until the summer of 2023. So Liverpool would have a 3-year, gap then to re-sign Rhian Brewster anyway, if they wanted to re-sign Brewster anyway. But Kent says Ox may be going to Wolves. I've seen this going around in the talking points, and I'm like, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Ox, even though sadly Ox is a bit of an injury-prone person right now, I do think he is still usable and still a very good player in Jurgen Klopp's squad. So for me, I don't think Ox is going anywhere at all, in my personal opinion. And Bearable says, Liz Golding, it's still Champions Day, right? Question mark. Kale says, who do you think we will play in the EFL Cup? We actually, give me a second. We are actually playing someone. I think someone was played last night, and we know who we play now. Let me find it on Liverpool. If anyone knows in the comments, please let me know. But at the minute, I can't think who we're playing. To be fair, yeah, can't remember who we are actually playing. There we go. We are playing Lincoln City in the FA Cup. Not in the FA Cup, sorry, in the League Cup. If I quickly show you guys, sorry guys. There we go. Yep. So there you can see Liverpool to face Lincoln City in the Carabao Cup third round as well. They beat Bradford City last night 5-0 as well. So not that bad. It's probably going to be, of course, it's away from Anfield as well. But I think that's probably going to be a case of us getting and playing the likes of Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Nico Williams as well. It's going to be one of these things. I think that it's going to be one of these games for the kids, realistically, in my personal opinion. I think experienced players will of course play in my personal opinion, but I do think it is more for the kids anyway. But Chris says, we are not signing Mbappe. I can guarantee it with England. They are not winning anything. If I'm wrong, then I'll do a forfeit for both. There we go. Chris says, I'll do a forfeit. Kit says, don't believe Brewster will be sold. I think many people are like that. Chris also says, Brewster is our own Mbappe. Very true. That is very, very true. I know that a lot of us have said that, he is, our Mbappe. Liz says, not sure what you mean, unbearables. Don't know what's happened there. Chris says, Gruitch be better sale to put towards Tiago. I don't think Tiago, well, I don't think Gruitch, sorry, is going to be leaving. But by the things that has been said, recently and things like this, I think we're going to struggle to sell Gruitch anyway, because apparently Hertha Berlin, apparently they can't find the funds to buy Gruitch. Maybe there might be a swap deal with, Gruitch and Tiago, who knows, but yeah, it's going to be hard to get rid of Gruitch in my personal opinion. Kale says, Wolves also linked with Chamberlain. Yeah, I think that, I don't think he's going to go anywhere, in my opinion, anyway. Dave's in. How are you, Dave? Hopefully you're on a fantastic day, mate. Yeah, of course, guys, if you're not yet, then please go and follow Dave on YouTube if you want to watch some funny clips. Sometimes Dave does very, very good impressions at times as well. So, and people saying hi to Dave, and then Dave saying hi to Liz. But yeah, nice to see you in here, Dave. And then, of course, Mo there saying Lincoln. Data's in. How are you, Data? Hopefully having a fantastic day, mate. I'm a bit late. No problems, mate. The only thing we've realistically been talking about tonight is Brewster. And our thoughts and our opinions on him. My connection is rubbish. See you all later. See you later, Liz. Hopefully you have a fantastic rest of your day. KL says, is Bale going to Spurs or Tottenham? Spurs or Chelsea? He's going to Spurs. By what it looks like right now, he's going to Chelsea. Going to Tottenham. That's how mad my brain is right now. He's going to Tottenham, according to reports anyway. But Chris says Lincoln Olakal versus Liverpool kids in the Carabao Cup, third round next week. Bring on the Accrington Stanley owner again, saying we should play strongest team. Yeah, probably. Chris says, when you say follow Dave, don't literally follow him walking behind him, because subscribe. Wait, when you say follow Dave, don't literally follow him walking behind him. Basically, subscribe to his channel. Yeah, subscribe to Dave. Subscribe to Dave, and then Dave's laughing with the faces. Yes, don't creep out Dave and don't walk and stalk him, over an island. But don't do that. Go and subscribe to his channel. I fully do recommend it, because it is one of the best channels out there for sure as well. And I always love having a chat with Dave and the rest of the lads as well. Whenever we get a chance to do it, because everything's crazy. At the minute and things like this. But yeah, I always love doing videos with the guys. Love talking to them. Love having interactions with them. It's actually quality. Knowing that we get to talk. Practically about the thing we love, and that's Liverpool Football Club. We're talking about Brewster tonight. I don't think any of us want Brewster to leave, realistically. But if that means that he can develop, and then Liverpool have a cheap buyback clause in there, with £30 million, fingers crossed that Sheffield can use him realistically, and use him to beneficial reasons, and use him to, score goals in the Premier League, because I think that's what Sheffield are lacking. Because I don't think, what's his name? Is it Ollie? Who's Sheffield striker? Ollie something. I can't think of his name. Muck something. I can't think of his name. I do apologize for mucking his name up. But yeah, for him, I do think that, they need a killer striker, and he, for me, McBurney. There we go. Chris has said in the chat there, Chris McBurney. I couldn't think of his name then. I know it was Chris Muck something, but I couldn't think it was McBurney, and I didn't want to butcher it. So thank you, Chris, for that. But yeah, I think, Brewster for me is well better than McBurney, and they spent £20 million on McBurney, and for Brewster to be only £5 million more than McBurney, it's going to be, a very, very good deal if it does happen with Sheffield United, and they'll definitely be getting a very good striker, but it does depend on what Liverpool get in the buyback clause. Is it going to be, is it going to be a £30 million deal? Is it going to be a £35 million deal? It needs to be correct for Liverpool in that aspect of things. And if Klopp think he's not going to use Brewster in that time, then fair enough. Go. But I personally would rather him go out on loan. In my personal opinion, I would prefer him to go out on loan, because I think then you've got, if, for example, Bobby Firmino was to get injured and Takumi Minamino was to get injured, we'd only have Divock Origi then to go up front. All right, we could move Mane over at centre forward, but it's not the same as it. Squad depth and things like this. So it'd be interesting to find out anyway what is going to happen. Chris says this country hasn't got a clue. Time to admit it, and you can't meet with more than 6 people, but a thousand fans can come back into football stadiums. Baffling, really. I think Chris Wilder had his thoughts on that as well. I think Chris Wilder said the exact same things as well as that. So it's crazy. It's just crazy. No one knows what's happening. They're making up stuff as they go along, in my personal opinion. So, and that's just the Tory wangers for you, nailed down to a T, realistically. But yeah, so Chris Wilder said it's a loan for a young striker. Won't confirm who. It might be Brewster then. Nothing's really confirmed yet, guys, as well. And don't, because we said that, that tweet and the Echoes, retweeted that as well, and made it on their page and things like this. Do not take that seriously. Things can change. Liverpool might loan him out and then, of course, bring him back for next season. So, or it might be a 6-month loan. Who knows? Things can happen in football. Data says Adama would have been a good signing. I think you mean Adama Traore. Yeah, Adama Traore would have been a fantastic signing. The thing is, Wolves want, I think it's somewhere in the region of £75 million for him. That's not going to happen. No one's going to buy that. The only team that could end up buying that is Barcelona, because they're that bad at the minute with signing players. But Kale says, well, are Newcastle still looking at Shaqiri? I don't think they are now, because they signed Fraser from, they got him on a free, didn't they? But he was from Bournemouth, realistically. So no, I don't think they're interested now. I think the only clubs that are still interested in Shaqiri are both Lazio and Roma. I think Roma are back interested in Shaqiri anyway. But yeah, it would be interesting anyway to find out at least what will happen before the window shuts. Chris says Adama could be expensive, but due to circumstances, price could drop. Yeah, they could, but Wolves, I think, still want £75 million. I think that's what they've practically said. That's all that they would accept is in the region of £75 million. So the only cheap option there is 70 million. It's still very, very, very high price, for a player that is good, but I do think he is still not lacking something, but I do think he is missing something from his game, because, well, of course, I watched the Wolves and was it Wolves? Yeah, Wolves and Sheffield game, and Adama Traore was probably the worst player on the pitch, even though Wolves played a fantastic game. It was one of these games where, I say that for about 80 minutes, Adama Traore was the worst player on the pitch. They moved him then to centre forward, and he played brilliant for 10 minutes. So maybe that's a proof of thing that he doesn't want to play at right wing back. He wants to play, as a right winger or centre forward. Be more involved in the game, more attackingly. So it'll be interesting anyway to find out what does happen with Adama Traore as well. But yeah, guys, leave anything you want me to answer in the comment section down below. I'll be heading off in about 5 minutes time. In 10 minutes time, 5 or 10 minutes. It's only just a little quick stream tonight. Talk about Rhian Brewster mainly because that has been, the biggest news today, realistically, in Liverpool. Anyway, tomorrow I know that there's potentially going to be a video for you guys tomorrow. You know, I'm going to be talking about Nike again on this channel. You know, I've talked about them quite a lot on this channel, but you know, of course, all the kits are now out. You know, the home kit, the away kit, and the third kit. And there could potentially be something else as well, which I will be talking about in the video. So that's going to be tomorrow. Don't know what time yet. It'll probably be around between 5 and 7 in the afternoon or evening in the UK anyway. It'll be around then anyway. But yeah, let me know, guys, if you like that time anyway of me uploading. Is that okay with you guys? Because normally I do it around 1 p.m. UK time, but you know, I'm thinking now about doing it a bit later on. You know, to allow everyone to see it. Is that okay? Realistically, do you guys like that? But yeah, apart from that, there's no real other news. To be awfully honest with you, at the minute, you know, of course, Liverpool playing Chelsea on Sunday. We will have a match preview show for that, at least anyway. But Chris says Manchester City fans thought they were getting Messi too funny with a load of crying faces. Yeah, that is funny, to be fair. KL says, if you were Klopp, would you loan or give Gallagher a new contract? I would say, the thing is, see, I would say keep Karius, see, because of course we still got Karius that we can sell on. You know, that's the thing. But I personally would give Gallagher a new contract. I don't really know what his contract situation is like. I think he's got 2 years left on his deal, so give him a new contract and loan him out. Loan him out to a high-end championship team. Get him some football because he needs it. Because realistically, the only thing he's playing right now is either under 21 football or League Cup games. You know, if Adrian's not playing them. So, you know, for me, I would give him a new contract and loan him out for a championship team. My personal opinion anyway. But yeah, Chris says, well, I thought I would use Noel Gallagher's words too funny when he laughed at us missing out on the title. Remember when he said they were going to do the quadruple again? That's funny. Crystal says perfect upload time, and Data says yeah, great. Okay, that's good to hear then. Anyway, and then Chris says yeah, new contract then loan out. Yeah, I think that's what is the best thing to do anyway with Gallagher. But you know, he is going to be a good goalkeeper in the future, and fingers crossed, you know, that is with Liverpool Football Club, but who knows as well, you know, what the future holds. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it there, guys. You know, thank you to all of you that has tuned into this stream. You know, let me know as well if you like the little, you know, thing going across on the bottom. You know, it's just, you know, I've seen it. I thought it was new, so I like add it, and you know, you can add whatever messages you want to it as well. So there might be something different every single day. So who knows? But yeah, let me know what you think about the thing at the bottom in the comment section down below as well. But yeah, if you're new to the COT Council as well, then please give this video a like. Massively appreciate it if you could do so. And also as well, like I said, if you're new to the COT Council, then please hit that subscribe button. Please, you know, don't forget to enable notifications, because YouTube do not like notifications. They hate it, even though it's a part of the algorithm, and they just hate it. So I don't know why, but yeah, hit the notification bell as well, because that does remind you when we go live or post a video as well. But yeah, if you know, if everyone can, you know, stay safe, as Chris says as well. But yeah, I know that many people right now are still working, you know, key workers and things like this. You know, and as things are going, it looks like that things could be coming back at us, you know, straight away. So, you know, everyone, please stay safe, stay well, and I'll hopefully see you all tomorrow in that video as well. I will be premiering it, so I'll hopefully see you all guys in the comment section down below. But yeah, until next time, guys, that is going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the COT Council, and I will see you all later. Try it.